watching the video. This is Remote Learning Initiative Vasait Vidya Mandir English High School Vasai East. We will do air, water and weather, the third part. When evaporation. Yes, evaporation is also one method by which we can separate two things. When water gets heated up by the sun, it changes into water vapor. To make the change of water into water vapor, we do the process of evaporation. The change of water into water vapor is known as evaporation. When you put wet clothes for drying, after few hours the clothes get dried up and water disappears. How is that? Because of the sun rays, right? The sun rays are so strong that it evaporates. It soaks all the water, moisture from the clothes and the clothes become dry. Now in rainy season, the clothes take time for drying because the weather is cool. The sun is not there. Why do tanks and lakes dry up in summer? Because they get evaporated. Where does the water go? This water goes into the air in the form of water vapor. We'll do an activity to understand the process of evaporation. Take two bowls with equal amount of water. One you leave in your room and the other in the open under sunlight. Now in rainy season sunlight is not there, but when sunlight will be there you can keep it outside your window. Observe both the bowls after 2 hours. What do you think? What will happen? You will notice that the water kept outside almost dries up, whereas the water kept in your room remains almost the same. This experiment shows that the rate of evaporation increases with temperature. Right? So as sunlight will be strong, the evaporation process will be more. See, now in the rainy season there is so much water on the road, but the day when the rain is not there and sunlight is there, so what will happen? All the road gets dried up quickly. Why? Because of the process of evaporation. Another activity, take two saucers with equal amount of water. Keep one of them under the fan and other away from it where there is no fan or wind. Observe both after half an hour. Which water evaporate fast? You will notice the one under the fan because of the air, right? This experiment shows wind makes evaporation faster. Because of wind, the evaporation process is faster. Even in your house, mama is sweeping the floor every day, so it is getting wet. When you on the fan, in 2 to 3 minutes or at least 5 minutes, the room gets dried up, right? But if the fan is not on, then it gets time for drying. Another activity, take two hand towels of equal size. Wet both of them in water. Fold one of them 2 times to make the exposed air smaller. Fold it twice or thrice. Allow both of them to dry. One keep open only and one fold it. The open hand towel dries faster than the folded one as water evaporates faster if the exposed surface is large. Right? So if you are keeping the clothes in a open manner, it dries up very quickly than in a folded manner, because when it gets large surface, the evaporation process is done very quickly. You can see this experiment also. From the kettle, the evaporation process is going on, and that can be again collected in a beaker. So this process is known as evaporation and condensation. The clothes will keep out for after washing, so it gets dried up very quickly. The factors which help in fast evaporations are, which all things are there, which makes the evaporation process very fast. We have learned now only large strong wind, yes, then large exposed area, more and more area is there, very fast evaporation process will be there. High temperature, if the sun is very strong. Dry air, if moisture is no, the weather and climate is very nice. Now condensation, like evaporation, there is a process known as condensation. The process in which water vapor changes into water on cooling is called condensation. In evaporation, it was because of hotness, and in condensation, it is because of cooling. Clouds are formed by the process of condensation, right? From evaporation, the water vapor gets into the air, and when the clouds are formed, when the clouds are cooled down, that is condensed, they give out rain. During winter, early in the morning, we can see tiny drops of water on grass and leaves. These tiny drops are called dew. These are formed by the condensation of water vapor present in the air. Types of condensation. There are different types of condensation, that is fog in the form of fog, in the form of dew, in the form of rain, and in the form of snow. Fog, this you can see in the morning, early morning, not in the rainy season. When the water vapor condenses on dust particles in the air, it forms fog. Fog is a low cloud close to the ground. You cannot see things clearly when there is fog. Dew. Just now we have studied about dew. Atmospheric vapor condensed into small drops on cooling surface at night. So these drops are known as dew. Rain. You to know rain. Now the rainy season is only going on. And snow. In the cold places, the air in the atmosphere high above is very cold. So when water vapor moves up and it condenses it to form ice crystal instead of water drops, this fall down as snow. As your rain is there, some of the places they are very cold. So there the temperature becomes very cold and the condensation is there in the form of snow. Water cycle, very important part of our life to know how we get rain again, right? So you can see here the groundwater, the ground is there. What happens whenever the rain is there? The rainwater goes into the sea. From sea, with the help of sun, the evaporation process is there. Because the air is hot, it evaporates and forms the cloud. The cloud then condense, and when after condensing it precipitates means it bursts out on the ground. Again on the ground it is being stored in the ground, and then again it is sent to the river, sea, lake, and again the process is going on. So this type of cycle is known as water cycle. Save water to save life. Very important. We should save water. So for saving water, what can we do? Turn off the tap when not in use. Get the leaking taps filled. Store water in clean containers and cover them with the lids. Collect as much water as you need, but don't collect more and waste. Thank you for